Disciples inside the locked doors of our houses and apartments, stories of suffering all around us, afraid of COVID-19 and anyone who might inadvertently infect us. There is some really good news, and we just heard it read by Dave. We can depend on Jesus. We can depend on Jesus to bring us peace. To bring us peace even, and perhaps especially in these troubling times. Jesus, undaunted by doors or disease or dignitaries, breaks onto the scene and sighs, "Peace be with you." Like Thomas, we're kind of skeptical and not quite sure what to believe. And so we challenge Jesus. How can you say peace be with you after all you've just gone through? Your breathing is labored. Your cough is raspy. It seems even you have not escaped the malicious effects of the coronavirus. Jesus, why are you not oppressed or offended? How is it you're not looking for someone to blame? But Jesus is relentless, disregards our doubt and our challenges, and he guides us. Reach out your hand. Put it on my chest. Feel me laboring to breathe. And then just as he did with Thomas, Jesus takes our hand and draws us close to him so that we can touch and feel and experience his suffering in his presence. And we cry out, "Jesus, Jesus, how can this be? You suffer even to death. Still you appear and you offer us peace?" Your peace. We don't understand it. How does it refuse to cease even in the face of horrific circumstance? Your peace is beyond our understanding. This is just hard to believe. But Jesus continues, and he walks right through the locked doors of our doubt, and he gets close up and personal. And taking our hands, he holds them to his heart. And along with Thomas, our doubt is transformed into belief. There's a lot of evidence of Jesus continuing to guide the hands of ordinary folks like me and you to reach out and to touch the suffering of others. Physicians whose practices or hospitals are shut down are traveling to New York at their own expense to give respite to their colleagues and care to the sick. More than a few of our own parishioners or members show up and work every day on the front lines of healthcare and hospice and the government. They're reaching out and touching the wounds, the fears, the anxieties of others. This past Thursday in our weekly email blast, we watched an interview with Katie Scobling about her agency that's providing housing for our homeless neighbors who are not well. 85 Episcopal priests have volunteered to provide a 24-hour hotline. A hotline for people who are dying alone so that they can receive last rites. This week I heard the story from a parishioner that in spite of a lengthy and traumatic hospitalization, fully recovered, she receives the news that there is absolutely nothing wrong, no evidence of a medical problem, a miracle. Gail, Nick, and Jean have produced instructional videos to accompany the backpacks that are stuffed with books and art supplies and messages of God's love to deliver to our families with young children. Evidence of God directing our hands, of Jesus guiding our hands to reach out into the suffering of others is abundant. And I have no doubt that each person who touches the wounds of the suffering will be as transformed as those whose wounds have been touched. But we have to acknowledge it's natural to recoil from suffering. We don't want to look at it, and we sure don't want to touch other people's wounds. In fact, we do not even want to breathe their air. But Jesus breaks through our fear and our doubt. And he comes close to us and says, put your finger here. And see my hands. Reach into my side. Do not doubt, but believe. To people of God, we are meant to reach out and touch the suffering of others. And there are countless ways to do so, and at the same time, stay safe. We are meant to reach out and touch the suffering of others, because this is the very means by which our doubt becomes belief. And Jesus said, peace be with you. Amen.